A delegation of real estate industry bigwigs recently met Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in connection with the budget preparations. Finance Minister told this delegation that since the real estate industry in Mumbai was doing so well, the question of giving them any more concessions just does not arise. We spoke to Mr. Boman Irani, Chairman and Managing Director of Rustomjee Group in Mumbai, and also the National President of CREDAI MCHI.
It's nice to be mentioned in every budget, and it's nice to be recognized as a contributor to the larger GDP of the country. We are about 8% directly affecting the GDP of the country. If you add up everything else that we do, whether it's steel, cement, services, etc., you can almost imagine that we are close to around 45 to 47% of the GDP. So yes, I'm very happy that Honorable FM has spoken about it, and she's right in saying that we are doing extremely well as an industry right now. We still have a huge delta of the growth that we can have, and the faster this growth takes place, the better for the nation at large. And we are also contributors, like mentioned, to the GDP. We are direct impact on your exchequer with all the premiums that we pay to the various ULBs, that's urban local bodies, to the states that we serve, to the GST that we wind up paying whenever we are utilizing any of the services or materials that we are. I'd say that why not encourage and grow an industry which is at the bedrock of possible growth, because the supply to demand ratio today, we have, as per the government numbers, 7 crore home shortfall, and this is not a static number, it keeps growing, right? So when you got 7 crore homes as a shortfall, and the number of homes that are coming out per year from this country are only running into lakhs, you do know that you got a 10-15 year bull run that is going to happen. Why not let those bulls run right now? Why not create the need or the ability to kind of grow this market, and why not all benefit from it? I would like them to redefine affordable housing and put only a area tag on it and not a price tag. Just to give you an idea that this price tag of 45 lakhs and 60 square meter, 90 square meters apartments for GST purposes for defining affordable housing is, I think, about 6 years old, right? If you just take normal inflationary trends, we're talking of about 72 to 75 lakhs already. I say that cities have their own price points, and people that want to live in urban agglomerations are usually in a position to pay a better price because their salaries are a lot better than what their earnings would be in tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns or even the villages. So trying to control the price is actually saying here's a benefit which you can never have, right? So it sounds very good, but it's not there. And this is not affecting us only, it is affecting my consumer's ability to buy, because if I get a 4% arbitrage on only my GST, that's a huge value, right, going to the consumer. So that's number one. Number two is the credit link subsidy scheme, which is something that you can again provide as a bolster to the arm of development in the country, and thereby provide homes for those that come from the unorganized sector, where there is no proper way of determining. But it's a small price to pay, and even if you do the entire math, it really doesn't cost too much compared to the benefit that there is. And lastly, I think the one benefit that was taken away, it was a simple thing with capital gains, right? I'm stating that you took away capital gains for anything above the value of 10 crores. Why not for the next 2 years give or 3 years give a capital gains exemption for all properties bought in this time, or reduce it down to the value of your stocks and shares. You're giving a lot of advantage because you want to see the bourses grow, you want to see people invest out there. Why not invest in real estate? Definitely tell you, the government is much smarter than the sum of us all, because they've got some of the best people working with them in the various departments that they have. They all see merit in what we are saying. But I would also say that I have not lost hope that it will happen. I am just not certain it will happen at the quickest possible time. And the last time the data that we offered to our Honorable Chief Minister and through the UD department was only this, that if you are building 1 square foot in Mumbai, you're paying 20 times more than what you'd build if you were building in, let's say, a city like Bangalore. This automatically allows Bangalore to have more of a supply and thereby more of a demand, and thereby create a better value than Mumbai does. And if Mumbai has got to succeed, and MMR has got to succeed, because today it's no longer about one developer trying to outsell the other. It is states who are competing with each other. It is cities within states that are competing with each other. It is a one simple rule that we have to follow. We have to all work like a unit and make sure that MMR becomes the shining star in the country, and we have it. Last year, 42% of the recognized residential real estate by value was sold in the MMR. Why not make the most of it? And 60% of our population will be moving to the urban agglomerations by 2030. When you look at that, the 5 or 6 cities aren't going to function. I mean, they will not be able to take that load. So our reports at CREDAI point out towards newer cities getting formed. Cities where there is already, like the Mumbai agglomeration. Navi Mumbai has been something that we've all been dreaming of for a very long time. Our airport has moved out there. Infrastructure growth is taking place out there. I think this will further bolster or add to the growth of Mumbai as a city, because new age developments, including artificial intelligence, universities, offices that deal with all of this will be set up out there. And at the same point of time, with the MTHL, you have the entire Sivri area opening up, your entire Worli, Lower Parel, and coming all the way up to Dadar, maybe even Sion, opening up for that as a choice of home. So the opportunity is tremendous on both sides of the MTHL. I think the more government expends in infrastructure, the more development and growth we will see. Fortunately, with the way infrastructure is planned, and to see the kind of infrastructure growth that is taking place. And this infrastructure, imagine a city in which South Mumbai and Kandivli are connected by an entire sea link, which is a continuously flowing traffic. And you're able to come from Nariman Point to, Kandivli or Borivali for that instance. Imagine that within 40 minutes you can make that journey. How much more development would actually take place on both sides? Similarly, there is a whole slew of new types of development that are being sought after. That in the old days, they used to make old age or senior care homes, and the children used to go and try to get their parents interested in it. The trend shows today that people who are hitting 55 are actually starting to visit these by themselves for their own usage in advanced years to come. So this new asset class is going to, I would say, phenomenally take off in the city of Mumbai. Why? It's very simple. We all want to live amongst people like us, right? Add to that, student accommodation or bachelor accommodation has become a big thing. You must have read all the deals that are taking place and all the big brands or startups that are becoming big brands now and coming in over here. Then, of course, warehousing is a very big business and a very huge growth area. And every one of us gets, I think, 1 or 2 packages every single day coming from one of these companies. So can you imagine the kind of inner city space that they require? And then, of course, we have all those, food providers who have promised you within 5 minutes of your putting down the phone, you get your food. So this is a new trend that is going to come. And of course, we'll need some changes in our DCR, DCPR also. But a lot of that development is going to come. Add to that, you've got your data centers. Huge opportunity again because of one single rule that all India's data will stay in India. And personally, I see second homes becoming a huge opportunity with the prosperity of most of my home purchasers, and everybody wants a bit of the earth. And over here, we as a group are also looking at all of these areas, and you will hear a few forays by us in this calendar year and maybe in the early part of the next financial year. I don't know about price appreciation, but I can tell you about velocity, right? Andheri has always been something that has been at the heart of the growth. It's like a growth engine. Bandra is always continued to be the slightly premium. I'm not saying Uber. They have Uber premium also in Bandra, but the slightly premium development, thanks to the great coastline, thanks to BKC being there, thanks to the ceiling coming right there, thanks to another arm of the coastal road now coming down to Turner Road. So Bandra has always been there. Borivali, Kandivli, Malad, I take it for the next 15 years. You can keep doing developments out there. There's a very strong buyer base. The communities out there are absolutely, growing. People who used to live in 300 square feet homes are now looking at 3,000 square feet homes with the prosperity of those people. So on the western suburbs, these 3 sides, the city is going to open up big time. And opportune locations in the city. And thanks to the infrastructure growth, someone asked me, will the suburbs benefit because of the city? I'm of the view that the city will actually now start benefiting because of the suburbs. And once they take up, that will again become a huge hub of activity. And in the city, again, you have the possibility of Uber premium going all the way to in a level mid-mass, what I call as the affordable part for Mumbai. And then, of course, Thane continues to be a location that is just beautifully growing thanks to all the green spaces, thanks to all the lovely. It's a new development area. It's like really the second city for Mumbai. And then everything that goes further down towards Navi Mumbai, Dombivli Kalyan has done extremely well with the connectivity that's coming out there. The second homes are growing in, let's say, Karjat, Khapoli, Kasara. Further down, even Nasik has become a place of choice. And the way I see Mumbai and Pune connecting, we might become sister cities very soon.